and for all. Alan Ochanda, KTN News.
Challenges affecting the country's sugar sector are not new. In more than 20 years, most public sugar mills, especially in the Western Belt, have gradually sunk into financial distress, with some now on the brink of grinding to a halt. 3 governments have attempted to revive the sector with little success. The current government hopes to turn the tide and has proposed 16 intervention areas aimed at turning things around. KTN's David Mudhoka provides the answers.
Since the late 90s, the country's sugar sector has been marred by a myriad challenges that have turned the once sweet sector sour, not only for the government, but also for thousands of cane farmers, especially in the western region. Year after year, the sector has teetered on the brink of grinding to a halt, despite interventions by 3 successive administrations to revive public sugar mills. The current administration now intends to revive the sector for good through 16 interventions proposed by Treasury Cabinet Secretary Professor Njuguna Ndung'u. The interventions target 5 public sugar mills, among them Chemelil, Nzoia, Miwani, Muhoroni, and South Nyanza sugar companies. The privatized Mumias Sugar Company is also on the government's radar, having been earmarked for revitalization in the Professor Njuguna Ndung'u's report. The first proposed intervention is the writing off of debts that these public sugar mills owe the government and the Kenya Sugar Board for debts owed to other creditors and payments to sugarcane farmers that now amount to 1.7 billion shillings. The government is proposing to clear them on behalf of the 5 mills. As at now, these sugar mills owe a cumulative 128 billion shillings in the form of debts, taxes, penalties, salaries, and other remunerations. For instance, the Chemelil Sugar Company has a 9 billion shilling debt. The South Nyanza Sugar Company has a debt of 7 billion shillings. Nzoia Sugar Company's debt amounts to a staggering 62 billion shillings. Muhoroni owes 26 billion shillings, while the Miwani Sugar Company owes 22 billion shillings. The second intervention proposed by the government is the leasing of these 5 sugar mills instead of privatizing them, as passed by Parliament 8 years ago. According to the Treasury Memorandum, the proposed leasing model is much more likely to spur modernization in these sugar mills, improve competitiveness in the sugar sector, enhance product diversification, enhance livelihoods of farmers, and generate taxes. Another proposed intervention is the merging of some sugar mills. The government is proposing that Chemelil and Muhoroni sugar companies be merged into one company, while Nzoia and Soni sugar companies should be retained as they are. As for the Miwani Sugar Company, a decision on its merger will be made after court cases against the company are heard and determined. The Kenya Kwanza government is upbeat that with these interventions and others, the sugar sector could finally get back to the good old days after more than 2 decades of financial distress. David Mudhoka, KTN News.